Hello students, if you look towards the chapter 2, federalism, before we start this chapter, one should always keep in mind that there is a two system of government. One is the unitary system of government, and second is the federal system of government. In unitary system of government, there is either uh, one level of government, or the another level of government is subordinate to the central government. Whereas in the federal system, there will always a two or more level of government, and that government, whether central or the union government and the regional or state governments, will uh, wish a wish almost equal to each other. The power divided among the central as well as the state government. So now, what is federalism? Federalism simply means decentralization of power. Decentralization of power between different levels of the government, union level, state level, or sometimes the local or regional levels. Uh, if you look towards the system of government, China is a unitary system of government. China is having unitary system of government where the center or a union government is the most powerful one. But if you look towards America, USA, in USA, we had the federal system of government where the center as well as the state have equal powers. Now, we should talk about here the general features of uh, federalism. Now, the first feature is there will be two or more level of government. One for the whole country, that is union government. Another is called regional government or state government. And each government will have their own jurisdiction over administration, over taxation, over legislation, and it has been clearly specified in the constitution. So, in the federalism, first there will be two, at least two level of government having their own jurisdiction, which is clearly mentioned in the constitution. Now, the next one, the provisions of the constitution cannot be unilaterally changed by any level of government. Means whether center or state, they cannot unilaterally change the provisions of the constitution. Third, that is judiciary. Judiciary play the role of umpire. It interprets the constitution. It settles the dispute between, if arises between the union government or state government. The last one, the separation of power. Financially, each level of government have autonomy to put taxation upon the people. So, one, power clearly defined between center and state specified in the constitution. Second, one, unilaterally any level of government cannot change the basic provision of the constitution. Third, judiciary play the role of umpire. And the fourth, financial autonomy to each level. Now, the objectives. If you look towards the object, what is the objective of this federal system? Anywhere. First, to maintain the unity and integrity of the nation, and second, to accommodate the regional diversity. The creation of regional level or the state government is the purpose to accommodate those diversity. So, uh, the in a federal system, we have two aspects: one, mutual trust, and second, agreement to live together. Now, if we look toward the roots of federalism over the period, there are two roots. One roots is when independent units come together and form a bigger setup, then it will be called a coming together federation. In this system, the different units of government, whether central or union, vis-a-vis have equal powers. The best example is USA. Now the second route in this is called a holding together federation, in which the different units hold each other, and in this system the center vis-a-vis states has more powerful than the states government. So uh, and best example is India, Belgium. So there are two routes of federation. One is the uh, coming together federation. The best example USA, where the center state have equal power. Next is the uh, holding together, where the center is more powerful than the states. And the best example is America, sorry, India. Now, what another topic is what makes India a federal country. If we look towards the general feature, we find that these kinds of features are present in our Indian system. But if you look towards the Constitution of India, actually the federation word has not been mentioned. India is not a federation, rather it has been Article 1 mentioned of our Constitution. India is a union of states. Despite that, we have federal features. How? First, originally our constitution created two levels of government. One for the whole country, that is called union or central government. Another for the regions, different regions, that is called state government, who has to look after the regional territories. And here the constitution divide threefold legislative distribution of powers. One is the three list we have, in fact. One is the union list. It contains almost 97 subjects, and these subjects have of national importance, and union government have right to legislate on these issues like currency, foreign affairs, defense, communication, etc. Secondly, the state list. It contains those subjects which is of regional importance, and state can make law upon these subjects, and these are the police, trade, commerce, agriculture, irrigation, etc. And the third list is concurrent list. The concurrent list, uh, in this list, those subjects are mentioned which has of national as well as regional importance. For example, the education, forest, trade, marriage, adoption and successions. In this case, both union and state government can make law. But the question arises, if both center and state makes law on the same subject, having difference of opinion, which law will prevail? Here, the centers as more powerful than the states. If there is a difference of opinion, the law of central government will prevail. Beside these three, there is residuary powers. Residuary powers means it contains those subjects which have been not mentioned in any of the three lists, will be treated as a part of residuary powers like computer, internet, cybercrime, etc. So if we look towards the overall features, we find that we have federal features, although we haven't mentioned the term federation, but we have federal features. Here, the some of the states or some of the territories, especially the northeast, they have special powers. Earlier, by Article 370, which was specially for the Jammu and Kashmir, now it has been revoked, in which Jammu and Kashmir have a special powers. It had mini constitution for the Jammu and Kashmir. Now it has been revoked, and it has been divided into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir, one, and second is Ladakh. And it has been also mentioned that after a certain period the J and K tends to be the state, full-fledged state. So we have discussed these things. Now in the next class we will discuss about the other. Thank you.